There we go. We are on a dead-end path. So you can actually get to the MYST book and completely miss the pages here, but first things first, we want to get to that thingamabob. Not this way. We want to get, to the island over this way. And we are moving as fast as we can. This is probably the largest, most expansive age. Selenitic is probably close as well, but Selenitic, on second glance, I think is probably a little bit smaller. And this one's large and expansive, but you have specific paths you have to walk. So if you haven't noticed this pipe that we've been following, we have to come back here. And all the way, you can see the water feeds in through here. And you can hear it. But what we need to do is turn that on. So now we can actually follow the water trickling. Because everything in this age is hydro-powered. It's all powered by water pressure. And you even have these valves here. Well, let's keep that one there for right now. You even have these valves that will let you follow certain paths. So if we follow where the water's going, it ends up going to this place. And this, I think, is where they laid to rest the old human. I think that's the pier they burnt. So we switch that. Now the water goes this way. And we can actually do something here. This. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ah, damn you. There we go. That raises up a pathway, which is very important. We definitely need that, because we have to be able to access certain things this way. But let's go back, because we have to change the water flow again. But we definitely need that open. And I don't know if this is to get the page or to get the MYST book. But let's go back. We don't want this junction, because that's just going to take it off to the other way. We do want this one, I think. Now let's switch that there. And then we follow it. Okay, that takes it back to where it was, and that's a dead end. So we do want to switch this one. Okay, and there we go. Oh, I should have followed that path. Oh well. Either way, we need to come back here to do this anyways. And actually, if we go take it this way, we'll come back to what's down here, but we want to try and go up here first. You have to actually close the door. So I get turned around in this age quite a bit usually, and we'll see what happens. We'll see how quickly I'm able to solve this. But it all tends to look pretty similar, very much the same. So it's really nice to be able to go back here now too, though. But yeah, we've got, this is where the whatchamacallits live, the ape guys. And a lot of these look the same, so it can be very easy to get turned around. But yeah, things are not quite so good here for them right now. Here's another room. And, aha, another bridge. There we go. Now, the MYST linking book is over there. I'm pretty sure that's where the MYST linking book is, but we haven't figured out a way to get there yet. Got different stuff here. Yeah, because none of these link directly to that. I think that's what what I was doing down there was, yeah, accessing the MYST linking book. What we want to do is figure out where and how to get up to the third level, because believe it or not, there is a third level. You know, this is the mid-level. This is where the ape-like creatures live, but there's other places as well. There was the throne room and the house of worship. And if I can just figure out how to get to them is the problem. Alright, I think I'm going in the right direction. I could be wrong. See, like I said, I get turned around in this level quite a bit. There we go. This is where I wanted. This is what I wanted to do. Okay, and no, we can't open that up yet, but we should be able to take this down. No. Okay, so what am I missing? There's a lever here? No. What am I missing? Don't tell me you have to access that from down below. Change the water around and stuff like that. I guess maybe you do. Okay, so let's find our way back to the other elevator, which is, I think... No, that's where the mislinking book is. I think it is around here? I don't remember. Like I said, I get turned around in here a lot. It's a very confusing area for me. It's very expansive. I mean, you've got the lower level, you've got the mid-level, you've got an upper level. Wow, that's a dead end. I don't know why I was going there. There we go. This is what I wanted. Because this is the elevator that will take me... Now, things have been modernized, I guess, since Atris was first coming here, because the rope ladders are gone. In place, we have elevators and even a staircase. Okay, so that does that. Now, if we switch this to that way, and then go back around, although, wait a second. If we... Yeah, this is where the staircase is. Okay, so switch that. And now this elevator will work. But the problem is, we can't open that. So wait a second, what am I missing? I'm missing something. The elevator will work to take us up to the third level where the pages are. But we have to open the thingamabob first. Okay, so let's go back to that other path and complete the circuit. And that will actually give us access to the MYST book. So yeah, this is the first thing that's tripping me up. I knew it was going to. You know, Channelwood always screws me up for some reason. You know, when I first played this game, I couldn't figure out about the water. I had no idea that you had to change the water direction. So it took me forever to figure that out. And it took me forever to figure out how to get to the MYST book, and then forever to figure out where the pages were. So yeah, close that telescoping pipe. And now we have water flow to here, and this will take us up to the MYST book. But we don't want to go up there yet, because we don't want to leave here. We want at least one of the pages. And the answer is to get up to the second level, figure out how to open the staircase, go down, change the water flow so it's going to that elevator near the staircase, and ride the elevator to the third level. That's where the pages are. But again, the problem is, how do I open that staircase? You can't open it from down below, otherwise there would have been no need for this elevator in the first place in terms of game design. You know, the whole point of this elevator is to get you up top. The whole point of the staircase is so that you don't have to use this elevator to get to the top later on. Forgot you have to close that. So you come up here, you open the staircase, you go down, change the water flow to the elevator near the staircase, and then ride that up to the third level. But the question is, how? How do I open the staircase? There has to be a lever or something I missed that I didn't see. I hope I'm going in the right direction. I still have no idea. I still get way turned around in here. I think I'm figuring it out. Let's go here. There's something there. I just saw something. This is a dead end. But, there we go. That's how. There we go. That's how you open it. It's on a dead end. You have to take a dead-end path in order to find the lever. That's what I missed earlier. Okay. Well then, let's go ahead and get to the staircase, take them down, change the water flow, and then take them back up. Pretty easy to miss. You know, this is probably the only age where you're most likely to not stumble across the pages just by wandering around, because it's tied to a completely separate area, a separate puzzle. You know, Mechanical Age, it's hidden in a hidden room, but chances are you'll still probably eventually find them if you're just wandering around trying to figure out what to do. You could miss them, I guess. It's not tied to any puzzle specifically, they're just hidden. And then Stone Ship, you know, just exploration. Again, they're hidden a little bit off the beaten path, but the way to access them is through the main puzzle of that age. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And Channelwood, well, Channelwood, they are definitely hidden in a separate puzzle. Selenitic, they just kind of waiting there, but Selenitic's weird to begin with. It's also my least favorite age. And now we should be able to come in here and go up. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. So up here are the access to the pages. Because up here are Akinar's and Cirrus's themed rooms. You know, first one I think is Akinar. This is the worship room. So Cirrus presides over them kind of as king, but Akinar presides over them as god, at least in this age. And if you touch that, yeah, that's not very good. Oh, did not mean to do that. I accidentally clicked out of the game. There we go, that's what I wanted. So there's another door here somewhere. There it is. Hidden from me. Come on. There we go. Which gives us access to this back section. And there are different things we can do. So yeah, this age is more ruled by Akinar than Cirrus. Back here. There we go. There's the blue page. I don't remember where the red page is, but if we take a look here, we can see the different messages left by Akinar for his subjects. So this changes what is viewable in that other room, but you can actually just view the messages here as well. And the third message. Now the fourth message is one that is actually pertinent to the plot.
I hope I pushed the right button. Very interesting device. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? He is preparing. Remember, take only one page.
All right. So that's a little bit mysterious. And I don't know where the red page is. Is it back in the worship room? Usually they're in themed places outside of Selenitic. Usually they're in places themed to each brother. But this one is more Akinar than Cirrus. So where is the last page? Did I completely miss that? I think I did. Yeah, you can just walk past that.
I hope I pushed the right button.
Yeah, that's triggered by the door. So I missed the the red page somewhere. Oh, it's this way. This is... Okay, I completely forgot. So we'll explore that in a minute. Let's go back to MYST first. There we go. So we gotta go back down. Oh, I keep forgetting. You gotta close the door first. Now we can go back down and get to the MYST book. There we go. Now the other elevator doesn't work, but we do have this. Come on, there we go. And down. So now we have to change things around here too. Change that back that way, and then follow the path. We want to make sure it's going across that telescoping pipe. Everything should be good here, except for right here should be where to change it. Because it's going back to the other elevator. There we go. And now we have to go all the way around. But it's not too bad, I don't think. I mean, it's just a nice walk. So I guess the sun is setting. So there are day-night cycles on the ages as well. Which I didn't realize, but that's still interesting. It's kind of cool. It sucks when you spend most of the game in the nighttime because, you know, you're wandering around. It doesn't take long enough to go through a full day-night cycle. And I don't think time progresses in an age when you're not there. So I think we'll come back at the same time we left. Now, in terms of the actual story, yes, time progresses when you're not in an age, but in terms of actual gameplay. Anyways, here's our book, Back to Myst. Alright, so if we go over here and put the blue page in.
Oh, my friend. Bring in the blue pages. I see. Convinced the Cirrus is guilty. Pray, do not release him. He will destroy me, just as he did. The innocent bystander has been wrongfully tricked into imprisonment. Flint, you have observed his unbridled lust for riches. In the 4 remaining worlds, the gruesome plot, it was almost perfect. Final blow to Father. You tricked him into believing that it was I who was the murderer. I didn't murder Father. Bring me the remaining pages, please. A liar. Fooling a liar. Must not be free. Or the remaining blue pages from the last age of mist. I must be free. You must free me. I cannot bear it here for eternity. Free me.
So he said something about murdering his father? I don't know. Anyways, oh, it's good. It's daytime finally. So what we have to do back here is, unfortunately, we have to raise and then lower the tree again. But that's already lit, so it's not too bad. I'm going to just put that all the way up. I'm going to go to 3... Actually, let's go take a look rather than try to count, because I have no idea how many it would take. Let's give it a couple more. Okay, now it should be good. There we go. And go out quickly, quickly, quickly. There we go. So it's not too bad to get back into, but it is a little bit of a pain. I mean, everything else is just open. Whereas this, you have to do something in order to get back to it. Alright. So let's go get that red page. So yeah, it just links us right back to where we were. And you can tell the sun's starting to go down again. Alright, everything should be how we left it. So, if we just go back this way, and to this junction point... Ah, damn it. Come on. Come on, let me do this. There we go. Flip that. And then we should be able to go and get our third... Or go to the third level again. Come on, there we go. Alright. And all the way at the top here we have the elevator to the third level. There we go. And close that and go up. So yeah, they are getting more coherent as we give them more pages. They become clearer to see and hear. Okay, what we're looking for is actually back around this way, is Cirrus's room. And right in here. There we go. And this is another bedroom for Cirrus. We actually have in here, there's the red page. Plenty of ink quills and everything. Nothing much in there. Got a dagger, though. What about here? There's the other half of that page. Okay. So I'm going to read this now because it's actually pretty important. And rather than take the time... Sorry, guys, I'm not going to take the time to actually show everything, but I will read this. Marker Switch Vault Access, Island of Mist. The vault is located in very plain view on the Island of Mist, and access can be achieved very easily if these simple instructions are followed. First, locate each of the marker switches on the island. Turn every one of these switches to the on position, then go to the dock and as a final step, turn the marker switch there to the off position. So that's very important, although it's not going to help us right yet. But it is very important. And that's part of why the thing is split in half. Okay, so there's nothing else to do in here. So now it's time to go back and give the red page. And head to the final, original Age of Mist. My least favorite, the Selenitic Age. There is another final age we can go to, but you can't visit it until the end of the game. It was actually created brand new for realMYST and included in that and realMYST Masterpiece Edition. There we go, take us back down. And that is, of course, Rhyme, and that is probably one of the real reasons why I wanted to basically redo this Let's Play, you know? I'm going to keep up my old one because it looks a little bit different than this one, but I wanted to redo this Let's Play because I ran into major lag in Rhyme, and I'm not sure I really gave it its due because of that. However, I shouldn't have that trouble this time around, hopefully. I hope. Seriously, I really do hope. Okay, this game, however, is going a lot faster than I expected. You know, we're not quite 2 hours in, and we're already about to head to the final age, so I expect like maybe another hour or so. I was hoping for, you know, about 4 hours, but we're looking at probably closer to about 3 hours, so that's not too bad. I was hoping for about 4.5 hours because there is a game coming out on the 25th I want to Let's Play, and I was hoping not to have a gap in my videos in order to do it, but I may have to. As it is, I'm recording this a week before that, so I don't know what my schedule is for that week yet, so I may not be, I may be working Friday and not have a chance to make videos and get them ready for Friday or Saturday or whatever. But until then, if we can just figure out how to get... There we go. Get down. Let's see what Cirrus has to say this time around.
With each page I can see more clearly. Soon, free from this horrible prison, this book. You must visit the one remaining age you have not. Confident that my brother Akhenar is demented. He is guilty. He took advantage of the freedom our father had given us. Akhenar began to I ask you again. Do not retrieve the blue pages. He will destroy both myself and you, just as he destroyed the other Ages of Mist. Never will escape. You must simply bring the red page. The story that I give. Your wisdom. You will see that I am innocent and he is guilty. This forgotten island long ago.
See, I'm not too sure that he's innocent as he claims to be. I'm not too sure that Akinar's innocent as he claims to be. You know, we get a sense a bit of who they are by exploring their areas in each age, and I'm not too happy with what I'm seeing. So anyways, we have one final age for the main game here, and that is the Selenitic Age. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. From the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields below, along with a few scattered forests. A rather large lake looms some distance from where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the sky is sparkling with white clouds. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling again. Perhaps it is the hot breeze that continues to blow from the north. Hotter than I would have imagined, it almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Oranges and reds have settled above the western horizon. Though night has come, the horizon still glows red long past sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable natural occurrence more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a MYST linking book with me when I return, in case the one left there has been damaged or destroyed. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren desert land, and with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind I remember has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. I fear it is the only improvement. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists and appears to be quite a bit larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like the desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating, and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. The hot breezes had returned, along with a low roar from the ground. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly, the ground began to crack, and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I have decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. So there's a diagram here of him using geothermal energy. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system that will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel I should leave again and see if things are different when I return. It is also important that I check on Cirrus and Akinar and make sure everything is going along well. When I return, I also hope to bring back some tools I will need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials, however. It seems as though I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant, but I have also found titanium occurring naturally. I am all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set, and I look forward to tomorrow. My raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. I so love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I began today on the bridge, and although The magnetic idea will work well, and I have decided to... So, yeah, it fades for some reason. This book was damaged. 3 meters is not enough support for the beams, although it somewhat deviates. I don't know. Amazingly strong. So here we have the image of the rocket ship. Has to be one of my most prized inventions. I am extremely... Could have never imagined it to come together quite as... I doubt... Could possibly work with 14 instead of 8. Completely fatigued. I am so happy to have completed tomorrow. I am leaving today in order to bring back Cirrus and Achenar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteor set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote over the last 18 months. Fortunately, I have copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age, to which I hope to travel soon. But for now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries and take pride in my accomplishments. And that is very important. There we go. Definitely need a picture of that. And there is an overview of the Selenitic age and what it looks like. So let's go ahead and rotate the tower. And that rotates all the way around. There we go.